All right, San Diego, we're already in the second half of 2023. So the question is it better to rent or buy when it's time to sell? So here's the three things that you got to get answered before you make this decision. Number one, it's all about budgeting. So what's true? Rents are always going up. In San Diego, they're still going up in studios and one bedrooms, almost barely flatten out in the 2s and the 3s and the 4s. And then you can see it's kind of plateauing writ large, obviously, because of all the rent cap stuff that was put in and the, track with the 5% plus the CPI. It's been maximizing. So we've been on a run up ever since that law got passed, finally starting to show its wares. But bottom line, gang, it's expensive to rent in San Diego. So what do you juxtapose that with? Okay, well, let's talk mortgage rates. Back 2 years ago when we were in the 4s, you could get $3,300 and some change for a $700,000 loan. Now that same loan in the high 6s is like 45 and some change. Gang, that's a 35% bump. Not a lot of people can stomach that right now, which brings us to point two. You might not even have to pay for a mortgage at all. Gang, it hasn't taken that many years for most San Diego homeowners to double their equity since they purchased it. So you might be able to write a check for the whole thing or take that and move out of state and not even have to downsize. And if you're a boomer and you're in another phase, the waning quarters of life, you might say maybe take advantage of the reverse mortgage. That's a great way to not disrupt your favorite lifestyle if you love it or break up the proximity to family and friends. And then lastly, if you're in that category also, hey, aging in place just might be easier and simpler if you own your own home. Doing so may require modifications or improvements that you just can't do in a rental, not to mention the quality of life of knowing that it's your home and you can still pass the asset on to your heirs. But every one of these plans has to start with the numbers. So reach out to a professional you trust that can run those numbers for you.